Testing the ZT drive motor controller output or high amperage circuits. That's going to be the large wires that are connected to this. These are the input wires. Those are the output wires going to the motor. Right now I've got the motor disconnected and the power lead disconnected. First of all, we're going to check, put the ground lead on the ground and the red on the red. You get 2.7 mega ohms. On the yellow lead, I've got 10.03 kilo ohms there. Kilo ohms there, 9.98, so you can figure that's a 10 also. Kilo ohms is another 10. Now we're going to test the positive lead. We just did this one. We're back to 1.8 M. 1.7 M. 1.7 M. 1.7 M. Now reverse the leads. The black goes on the positive terminal. Ground. 116K. 114. 113. Go back up here. Yep. So that's, we've just tested the high amperage diodes in here and checked for shorts across the power and ground and shorts for the motor circuits. Now we're going to test the drive motor. The first is the phase circuits. That's the 3 wires going directly to the motor. As you can see, I've got my red lead on the yellow. It doesn't really matter. Your ohm meter should read less than 0.5 ohms on any 3 wires. I'm showing 0.1 or 0.2. That's all good. Each one of these 3 wires goes through 3 different sets of windings in the motor. And then in the end, they're all 3 connected together. That's why you should have the exact same readings across any 3 sets of wires, or any 2 sets of wires. The next step of the motor test is something that I've come up with. You jack the back end of the mower up and you spin the wheels. You can see that it spins fairly easy. And then you connect any 2 wires together like that. I've connected the blue and the green together, and then try and spin the wheel again. And you can see it spins much harder with a notchy feeling. Do the other 2 wires. Go ahead and just do the green and yellow. You can see it does the same thing. It feels notchy. That's the magnets in the motor. Now we're going to connect all three of them together. I think they're all three connected. Connecting all three wires together. It's even harder, and there's no notches to it. That's telling me that the magnets in the motor are good, the phase wiring is good, and the winding should be okay. Testing the motor Hall sensors. This is the motor Hall sensor connector. It's got red and black, yellow, green, and blue. You turn the switch on. I've got my probe already down into the black wire. I think I've got it in there. 454. Then you probe the yellow wire. With the mower on the ground, you can just rock the mower back and forth just a tiny bit, and the voltage will go from 5 volts to 0.01 volts. Then you go to the green wire. And do the same thing. You rock the mower, 5 volts, 0.01 volts. Now on the blue wire, I've tested all my controllers because I was getting a different reading. You can see here the voltage reading is 3.95. And I've tested all of my mower, all my controllers, my ZT controllers, and they all have the same voltage. So the blue circuit must have a different resistance in it for timing. I don't know. But anyhow, 3.595 is a good reading. It could be 3.9, but it changes to 0.011, 0.01. So as long as the voltage changes from high to low, the Hall sensor is good. This reading is good for the blue sensor. Now repeat the Hall sensor test on the slave controller. And that's it for testing the motor circuits. Now that we've done the testing on the inputs, we've tested the controller, and we've tested the output, which is the drive motor itself. If the drive motor tested good and all the inputs test good, even if the controller tests good, it's probably a bad controller on the control side. The output side is fine, but you can't test the input side of the controller.